Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I heard you act and you're a musician as well.
I am it.
Pardon
I
me.
said I am it. No. I'm not. I'm producer.
MoneyGram sponsors TheNanaChurcherShow.
In such a way that we keep a lot of things.
Welcome back. We've been talking to Mr. Godfred, Chief Medicini, whose story is very, very inspiring. And he was speaking about how cruel, should I say, your slave masters treated you.
Yeah.
At one point, you had to fight a python to survive.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I was actually casting a net in the river on lake. I wasn't using canoe. So while I was casting the net, I felt sharp pain along my foot. Then I decided to find out what is it. Then I realized that it was a snake that hooked me. So now I was trying to use my hand.
Yes.
It quickly curled around my hand with my thigh. Then I really have to fight for my life. So I searched for its head and then quickly get hold of the head of the python. As it crawled around me, I was not able to move very well. But by God's grace, gradually I was moving towards the shore of the river, that's the bank of the river. And finally, with a thorough struggle, I got to the bank of the river, where I managed to hold it with my two hands and push its head into the mud with a lot of struggle. Then finally, as it was losing the battle, it removed the claw. It's a very huge claw. It's not different from the eagle claw.
Yeah.
So when it's removed, then it begins to lose gradually, because the head is handicapped.
Yeah.
So gradually it's removed itself, but also much tired because the struggle lasted for several hours. We started in the morning, around 4 in the evening before I got myself freed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've survived cruelty of your slave masters, the crocodile in the river, the python, and today you're a businessman.
I am.
A man who has over 29 companies.
Yes.
What took you from that state to who you are now?
A lot of struggles, a lot of determinations, a lot of perseverance and persistence. When I came back 1993, 20th December, that's when I came back home after struggle with him to bring me back home.
Yeah.
That was another arena.
Yes.
But by God's grace, I got back home.
You got
so
back home.
1994, I went to register myself with a local authority school where I started class 1, 1994.
Wow.
And with determination, because schooling with children,
I can imagine,
at the age of 16 years, and you have 5, 6, 7 children in the class with. But I know, because my grandmother made me aware, so long as I'm alive, I can do everything. It doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter whatever happens around you. What matters is what you think of doing.
Yeah.
Don't bother what people say.
Yeah.
So I learned hard, and the teachers were very happy because first they thought I would molest the children. But I was just like the children. We were playing, but my focus is to learn.
Is to learn
how to read and write and at least speak English, that I'm doing today. And so from class 1, I moved to class 3. Class 3, they moved me to class 5. From class 5, they want to send me to Form 1. But I told my teacher that I want to repeat the class.
Why?
I want to move to class 6. The jumping was too much. I want to find a way of studying across up to Form 3.
Yes.
Then I can have my paper written from class 6. So I did that successfully, and they registered me with JSS3, a student, and then I wrote my exam. I was able to have a grade 9, and then schools called me, and I was not able to get money to go to the schools. Therefore, I just have to continue fishing and gather money because I was trained how to fish and farm. So,
talking about fishing, you have the largest fishing farm in Africa.
Yes.
So I get to learn how to fish.
Of course.
At one point.
Yes, of course.
Right.
So while I was gathering money, I was able to have 8,000 CDs. That is 80 pesos. So I had a school advertise on Voter Star by Komisenyo, and then I went. I chased the school. I got there. I was admitted because the school fees was very little. Then I was admitted, and by God's grace, I went through the secondary school and completed my school in 2000. That is 20th December again. Remember,
Yes.
I came home 20th December and then completed my secondary school 20th December 2000. So between 1993 to 2000, I was able to graduate myself up to the secondary school level. There, with my hard work, a man was impressed by my dedication and my good steward. So he brought me to Accra. Their life started in Accra. I got to learn how to bake bread and pastries, where I do cakes, snacks, and ties, and all kinds of things in the bakery industry. From there, I have to go work as a security personnel. I have to work as a teacher along the line. I have to make a suitcase like a Zarama guys, selling chains, wristwatch, bundles from Abelenque to Accra. I mean, going around Accra. Finally, I got myself into my business, which is tilapia selling, where I go back to the same place, buy tilapia, come to supply to hotels in Accra. Then I decided to get into corporate business. So from 2008, I got into corporate business where I had a little hinge. So there was a setback between 2008 to 2009. And I learned my lesson, get back to business 2010 to today. And that's, we are having control over every single aspect of Ghana economy.
So after all that you've been through,
Yeah.
you've written a book.
Yes.
From zero to hero.
Yes.
Why did you decide to write this book?
Yeah. When I take a look at history, the stages I went through in life. Today, we are in Accra today.
Yes.
Somebody staying with a stepmother who is asked to go and scrap a bathhouse. He thinks they are slavering him. He thinks they are abusing him. Okay? Somebody has been able to spend his parents' money to go to school up to the university level. Then he came out and said there is no work, and they went to form Unemployed Youth Association. After spending all these chances, after going through having everything, somebody think having two shoes in a room is a way of suffering. You can't imagine.
Yes.
When you listen to people, they say they are suffering, the country is crashing down, and they say a lot of things. Then you find out, no, as if you were born into a different world. So I think people need to read that whatever they found themselves doing, nothing is over yet. They should read and realize that somebody has been thrown into the darkest place in this country, but with the grace of God, he's been here today. He's listening to their story, and just to encourage people that, look, there is nothing happening yet. Whatever you are going through today, there is always hope, because as long as you are alive, you have everything you want. So people have to take up their chances. Nobody is maltreating them. They are not suffering yet, because if there's a real suffering, they will never know. They will know what it is. So I think that people who even go to commit suicide kill themselves because, one, they think their parents are dead and they are going to be left alone. If I hear this, I realize that no, this is a different world, but yet it is not. So I think this book is written to liberate people, to open people's mind that, look, as long as you are alive, there is ability. You can do everything you want to do. When they read my story, they think of it, they realize that nothing is happening to them. They can save their life, they can do whatever they found themselves doing. If they have a degree today, they shouldn't open their mouth and say they have got nothing. They are far, far better in life than anybody could ever think. I think that is
Wow.
what the book is to do to Ghanaian youth, is to liberate them from mental captivity. That is what I think is happening. They are enslaved mentally. They have a problem. They have to read the book and awake themselves and come back to realize that they are better than anybody.
Wow. From zero
To hero.
to hero. There is hope. Whatever you're going through,
Yes.
Chief says that you have the ability. So far as you're alive, you can do something with your life. Thank you so much for coming on the Nana Church Show.
Thank you.
I really appreciate this. Thank you.
God bless you.
This is an inspiring story. So if you have been listening to him and you're down, you're going through problems, know that you have hope. Thank you for watching. Keep watching the Nana Church Show and see you soon. Thank you.
In such a way that we keep a lot of things to ourselves. Things that we could easily.
Thank you so much. I'll come back and have my share.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Action. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I heard you act and you're a musician as well.
I haven't.
Pardon
I
me.
said I haven't. No. I'm not. I'm producing.
MoneyGram sponsors The Nana Churcher Show.